A Nazi kisses a Soviet nurse passionately. This photo is often used in Western websites and articles about the friendship between the USSR and Nazi Germany before the war. It is presented as part of the joint fascist-Soviet parade in Brest-Litovsk in September 1939, celebrating the division of Poland. But in reality, this is a fake and an example of crude Polish propaganda. A Native American tribe leader visits his son, a tank crew member, in the U.S., 1954. Africa learned not only to use monkeys in circuses, but also to work for the benefit of humanity. This giant baboon named Joseph worked as a switchman and conductor on the Pretoria Railway. According to textbooks, Baboon Joseph never made a mistake, and fare dodgers disappeared. Such a worker wouldn't hurt us today. British barber Virgil Gates patented a device for group shaving. The machine could shave 12 people at once. However, the device had one major flaw. It couldn't adjust the blades to fit individual face shapes. Moreover, the machine, swinging sharp blades, couldn't be considered safe. United Kingdom, 1903. Members of the Jack Rabbit Club, founded by artillery enthusiasts who loved hunting and fishing. Sacramento, USA, 1890s. The strangest censorship in history. You won't believe it, but in the early 20th century, women couldn't show their legs. Male chauvinism ruled, and men could wear shorts with hairy varicose veins until old age. On beaches, special beach inspectors controlled the length of women's slender legs. But beauty still conquered varicose veins. Robert McGee, one of the few who survived after being scalped by Native Americans. USA, 1890. In this photo, a Jewish family from Germany is being forcibly deported back to continental Europe. Their crime? Incorrectly filled out documents in a country that a year before had rejected 80% of Jewish refugees. London, United Kingdom, 1939. On the back of the photo, a pencil note was later found, sent to Hamburg. 4 years later, this city would be bombed by the British and Americans in an operation targeting civilians. People didn't just harness horses, donkeys, and oxen. Basically, any domesticated herbivorous animal could be harnessed to a cart or saddled up for a ride. This is demonstrated by this curly, serious little boy from Germany next to his father's riding pig. A rare photo from the Bakumatsu period captures the last keepers of ancient martial arts, the last samurai, Japan, 1860s. German prisoners of war tidy up a football field during a break in a match between Moscow and Tbilisi's Dynamo teams. USSR, 1945. America tried to combat alcoholism with prohibition. During the Prohibition era, high-quality liquor was sought out and destroyed. In this photo, tons of corn whiskey are being poured out by the police after capturing an illegal distillery and its alcohol tanks in Chicago. Does it make you sad to watch this? Colonization-era America. Americans were shocked to learn that Native American women considered it unacceptable to have hair on any part of their body except their heads. Barbarism, ugliness, desecration of beauty. These were the terms used in the diaries of early settlers who had no idea that Native Americans were simply ahead of fashion by a couple of centuries. A beggar runs after the carriage of British King George V, 1920. Poverty drives the man so much that he competes with the royal horses in speed. As they say, the service in a real restaurant is impeccable in any situation. These brave waiters, without any safety gear, serve an order to two construction workers building a skyscraper. No safety gear, smiling, and with food served on two hanging rails. No police officer would go out without a bulletproof vest. Today, but in 1923, American Murphy couldn't sell his newly invented bulletproof vest to the police. The officers didn't believe that any contraption could stop a bullet and didn't want to buy his product. Then stubborn Murphy put the vest on himself and stood in front of the sheriff. The sheriff shot. The bullet got stuck. The inventor fell and writhed in pain. But when he regained consciousness, he stood up and handed the police the bullet stuck in the vest. Protests. After Ruby Bridges, the first black girl to attend a white school, began her education, 1960. Ms. Mary Miller committing suicide by jumping from the 8th-story window of the Genesee Hotel, New York, May 7, 1942. The first fake in the world. In 1918, Francis Griffiths decided to become famous and managed to photograph live fairies in the English forest, with them playing little pipes alongside her. At that time, there were no animation technologies or computer graphics, and the world was shocked by the supposed reality of the fairy world. The girls became rich and famous. Only in 1983, shortly before her death, one of them confessed that it was an elaborate forgery. John F. Kennedy, Dallas, a minute before the shots rang out, 1963. Attempt to cure a child suffering from rickets by passing them through a hole in a healing tree, Sweden, 1918. Vista U.S. nuclear testing site, 1946. This shocking photograph captures the moment of detonation of a 23-kiloton Helen of Bikini bomb at Bikini Atoll at a depth of 27 meters, the first ever underwater nuclear explosion. The shock waves sent 2 million tons of water into the sky, creating a radioactive tsunami as tall as a 9-story building, sinking 8 target ships. Radioactive contamination exceeded expectations by 1,000 times. 75% of animals died immediately. Bikini Atoll remained uninhabitable until 2010. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as many more interesting collections of old photographs are ahead. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it. I wish you all the best. Bye.